County preparing to celebrate their first Christmas without their father after police say he was shot and killed outside of a fast food restaurant earlier this month. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live in Palmetto tonight. And Michael, you learned this father, he was simply trying to make sure that his daughter was safe.
Yeah, the victim's 19-year-old daughter worked here. She told me that her father was simply doing what any loving dad would do, stepping in to make sure his daughter was okay when her co-worker shot and killed him in the parking lot of this Bojangles.
Oh, I still haven't processed it yet. It doesn't seem real.
For the first time in her life, 19-year-old Amari Goodman is preparing for Christmas without her father. 43-year-old Dominique Goodman, who was shot and killed earlier this month in the parking lot of this Bojangles in Palmetto.
I don't even want to celebrate Christmas because it doesn't feel right.
Amari says she was working her shift at Bojangles when she says her manager, Maurice Evans, began harassing her, a situation that escalated into an argument. Amari says she called her father for help. Police say Evans was told to go home, but instead he waited in the parking lot with a gun until Amari's father arrived.
He isn't a man. Any man would have stood up to another man, had a conversation with them about their daughter.
Tonight, Amari is remembering her father as an incredible man who led by example, an ambitious dad of 5 with a baby girl on the way.
My dad was a great man, a very hardworking man.
For family friend and attorney Robert Williams Jr., this case is personal.
Mr. Goodman was my friend. He worked with me doing intakes and things like that in my law office. And that's why this case really touched my heart.
Williams says since the December 7th tragedy, he and his team have launched their own investigation into his friend's accused killer.
There's evidence that this gentleman was using drugs during his shift at work at Bojangles.
And tonight, Maurice Evans remains behind bars without bond. He's charged with murder and aggravated assault. As for this grieving family, as you can imagine, they've got a lot of bills, a lot of things going on in their lives. They've set up a GoFundMe page. If you'd like to help them out, we've posted all the details on our website, WSBTV.com. We're live in Palmetto. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action.
All right, y'all. So in my opinion,
because it doesn't feel.
This is definitely one of those ghetto establishments. You know what I'm saying? I've had the privilege of working in a ghetto establishment before. This was back when I was in Dallas. I was a college student. I was going to Prairie View A&M University on the outskirts of Houston, Texas. So shout out to Prairie View. But I had the privilege of working at a Pizza Hut, and I worked at a McDonald's that was in the so-called hood. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of ratchet activity going on, people fighting, relationships that shouldn't be happening was happening between the co-workers and shit like that, to include the managers. So I'm not, when it comes to the innocence of the daughter, I'm not too sure about that, but I'm not going to spread that type of energy right now. But if you worked in these type of environments, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't think this manager would just haul off and kill her father for nothing. You know what I mean? In my opinion, something was probably going on behind the scenes between the manager and that daughter, whether it happened once or twice. But in my opinion, I could be wrong. The details going to come out. But in my opinion, something was probably going on that the father did not know about, or maybe the daughter just got tired of the situation and wanted the manager to leave her alone. And hey, I'm gonna get my dad involved if you keep bothering me. So it could be a lot going on, but rest in peace to that father. You know what I mean? This is another sad situation in the black community. Of course, Black Lives Matter doesn't give a fuck because it's black on black violence. But you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This more than likely could have been avoided. When you work in environments like this, because this is clearly a ghetto hood environment, they don't really care who manages. They don't even care who works there, as long as y'all get the job done and y'all meet the quota. You know, the chicken getting fried, the biscuits getting cooked, they don't give a damn who's cooking and who's frying. And they don't care who's supervising. That's just how it is. Like I said, I've worked in these environments. The only jobs that I've quit in my life were environments like this, where I just walked out on the job because I stopped giving a fuck. But yeah, man, this is a sad situation. And you know, it's one of many. It's one of many, you know what I'm saying? And hey, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta separate yourself from environments like this and situations like this, because it's not going to get better. Too many of us have the victim mindset. So besides being accountable for what we do, we just blame others. You know what I mean? We'll never be accountable for what we do as a community as long as we continue blaming slavery and white people. You know what I mean? So that's just the fact. You see it all the time. Anytime a black person comes out and say, hey, maybe we should stop killing each other, you will have a group of black folks saying, nigga, white supremacy. Nigga, systemic racism. That's why we kill each other. Yeah, I know that we're grown as fuck and we buy the guns and we illegally take the guns and kill each other, but it's the white man that did it to us because they put the guns in our neighborhood, so therefore they control everything. Sounds stupid as fuck. Yep, I know. But at the end of the day, when you're a logical black person, you got to deal with this type of foolishness from the community. But yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all think. It's your boy TJ the Realist. Sad situation. Rest in peace to that father. If the manager is guilty, he should get the life sentence and never see the day of life again. The daughter, you know what I'm saying? Terrible loss. Terrible loss. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think. It's your boy TJ the Realist. New videos coming soon. God bless y'all. It is time to hit the gym.